Hey guys, this is Samir, and in this video, I'll show you how to create a local development environment for Kubernetes using MiniKube. I'll kind of break down this video into three steps. Step one, we will do the required installations and create a running Kubernetes cluster. Step two, we will deploy our app on Kubernetes using the Kubernetes command line interface. And step three, we will explore the deployed application and all the environments. So let's get started. So the first step is we will use a tool called as MiniKube, which will run a single node Kubernetes cluster locally. As you can see, we have the MiniKube GitHub site open, which has all the details there. To do the installation of MiniKube, I will be using Homebrew since I'm on a Mac. Again, I have MiniKube already installed, so it will just verify and show that it's already installed. We'll wait for a bit. Okay, it says MiniKube is already installed. So just let's verify that it is properly installed by running MiniKube version command. Shows the version. Okay, so the next step is we will need to install the Kubernetes command line utility, which is called the kubectl or kubectl. Again, kubectl is used for running commands to deploy and manage components against your Kubernetes instance. I think MiniKube as well configures kubectl for you, but we'll kind of use Homebrew and make sure that we have kubectl installed. Okay, it says it's already installed. So let's get started. So this is all the installation which we required. Now let's go ahead and start the Kubernetes cluster using MiniKube. All you need to do is do a MiniKube start. This will take some 10 to 20 seconds. Behind the scene, what MiniKube is doing is it starts a VM and it runs the necessary Kubernetes components. Once the Kubernetes cluster is up, you can then interact with it using the Kubernetes CLI, which is the kubectl. Again, for your local development purpose, you might not want to interact with the Kubernetes cluster in AWS and spend additional dollars. As well, like debugging can be sometimes a challenge as well if you do not have the services running locally. So in that case, as the initial step, what you can do is you can build your Docker image, test it locally first by deploying into MiniKube. I think the MiniKube setup it's almost, yeah, it's done. The MiniKube has started. So let's quickly check the MiniKube status. Okay, it's running. So MiniKube has successfully started a VM for you, and the Kubernetes cluster is now running in that VM. One another cool thing is MiniKube also comes with a Kubernetes dashboard, which lets you view your applications in the user interface. To view the dashboard in your browser, you can use a built-in command, which is MiniKube dashboard. What it does is it opens the dashboard in the default browser. As you can see at this point, we do not have any pods or deployments, so it's a bare bone dashboard at this point. Let's go ahead and look at kubectl, the cluster information. So, okay, it shows that the Kubernetes master is running at this IP. Next, let's look at all the nodes which are available. So this command basically shows the nodes that can be used to host your application. At this point, we see that there is one port which is ready. Next, let's deploy our app on Kubernetes using kubectl. To deploy the app, I'll use the run command, which basically creates a new deployment. We need to provide the deployment name and the app image location. So what I will do is I will go to the GitHub site and I'll use the command which they have. Okay. Okay, so the deployment hello MiniKube has been created. Now let's list down all the deployments. kubectl get deployments. Okay, that's what we were expecting. There is one deployment running a single instance of your app. Now, in order to access the Hello MiniKube service, we must expose this deployment to an external IP. I'll use the type node port for this purpose because MiniKube doesn't support the load balancer service. So what we'll do is I will use this command kubectl expose. Okay, so the service Hello MiniKube is now exposed. Let's look at, let's get all these services. As you can see, the Hello MiniKube service has been created 11 seconds back. Now, let's fetch the URL for this service. MiniKube service Hello MiniKube URL. Okay, if I type that right. Okay, so this is the URL. What we can do is we can copy this and we can as well hit it through our browser and we should be seeing our service back. Okay, as we see that. So now let's go back to our dashboard and just refresh it, and we should be seeing the deployments, the pods, the replica sets which have been created. If you want to look at the pods through the command line, you can use kubectl, say get pods. If you want to look at the details of a specific resource, you can use the describe command. So you can do a kubectl describe. You can see, let's say, service hello MiniKube. As you can see the details. So this is what I wanted to show, complete the installation and deploy your app on Kubernetes. So once you're done with this, let's clean up as good citizens. So let's delete the service and deployment for Hello MiniKube. What you can do is you can use kubectl to do that. You can say kubectl delete my service, my deployment, and you can mention the service name MiniKube. Okay, service has been deleted, deployment has been deleted. Next step, let's shut down the MiniKube cluster. So you can say MiniKube stop. Shutting down the local Kubernetes cluster, and yes, the MiniKube is stopped. So we can verify by just typing in MiniKube status and it will show that it is stopped. So in this video, we looked at how to do all the installation and create a running Kubernetes cluster. We then deployed the app on Kubernetes using the command line interface. After that, we explored the deployed application and environments. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.